Warm greetings to you from our nation of India. I think some of you know me already or watching this clip from India. But for those who do not know me, I'm Pastor Gideona Jacoba from Tiruchirappalli in Tamil Nadu, India. I'm standing now in our church building and making this video for the saints in Poland, to all the saints and pastors and leaders, to every one of you and friends who are there, who know me, and also who support our mission through prayer, and also who have been long-time friends, who really supported us all through these years faithfully. I'm very happy to speak to you on this day. At present, I think COVID-19 is playing a big role in many nations of this world. I've been reading that also Poland has to carry its own share of sufferings due to the sickness, economic turndown, and so on. This happens everywhere in every nation right now. And in our nation of India, there are about 40,000 new infections every day. But given the population of India of about 1.3 billion people, I think India is still doing good. But I'm somehow appalled to read about the high number of new cases in Europe, in some of the countries. And we are surely praying for every one of you that God will put an end to this entire matter so that things can move on normally. Here, the pandemic has put a lot of trouble for the churches and also for school-going children, for families. About 40 million people have lost their jobs here in India, and I think an unknown percentage, they have lost a portion of the salaries. Small churches cannot function anymore because due to the social distancing they have to keep of about 2 meters from one to another. Hardly they can gather together when there are about 20 people or 30 people, especially when pastors are working in church planting areas where it's so hard to preach the gospel. And maybe 20 to 30 believers come to Sunday services. It's not so easy, especially when they gather under trees or in rented buildings. It's not so easy for these pastors. I think you know this. India has no state church in that sense, like you find in Germany and Holland or in Sweden. All of them are free churches. I do know that the Roman Catholic Church is a very strong church in Poland, but the free churches in India mostly depend on the offerings and tithes that is brought to them on every Sunday or during service times. And because service don't happen or happen on a very small scale right now, most of the churches and most of the pastors are still suffering, and we do not know how long this is going to take place. And also children who cannot go to school do everything online. Many of the parents or brothers or sisters or relatives and friends have lost their jobs, and they're waiting that things get better and better. But anyway, our God is good, and He knows what He allows now, right now, in our nations, in our families, in our ministries. And I do know from my personal relationships and in the States where we are working right now in India, pastors and churches are going through really hard times. As you know, we've been giving them groceries and rice and or wheat for some time now. It takes about 15 euros to give just one packet that lasts for about a month. It's not very opulent, but they can survive. They can survive for a month. A family of 5 or 6 people can survive with this packet. And in Orissa, immediately after the persecution, we started the scheme of giving cows to those pastors. And we have given over 100 of them till now, but there are still over 400 pastors in that state. And I think we are trying to do the maximum now, even during this Christmas season. It's not so easy for the families without the work, without this surety, how things are going to develop in the future, how they're going to survive. But even during this Christmas season, we would like to continue the scheme of the cows in states like Orissa, and also the scheme of giving groceries and rice and also wheat to the believers here, and also poor people in our states, surrounding states here in South India. I do pray that God will open many ways to really give these people enough so that they don't hunger during Christmas and New Year's season. Please pray. We will continuously pray for you. And I would like to come to Poland very quickly. I've been there so often, and I like this nation. I've been to many, many churches, preached the gospel, and also I've been preaching and encouraging churches to go forward in spite of all the difficulties. And now, of course, there are a lot of difficulties. We cannot say there are none. Yes, in spite of all these waves around us, Jesus is still there on the waves. And the thing that we fear most, Jesus is walking on them to come to us and really to help us. So keep us in prayers, and we also will be praying for you. Please try to join together with us if it's possible for you to help the poor people here, or Christians, or pastors, or leaders, with this packet of groceries and rice or wheat for about 15 euros, or this scheme with cows have been exceptionally very fruitful for the pastors there, because with this 1,000 euros what we gave them, they can really pay the rent and also survive with 1 meal or 2 meals a day, the whole family of 5 or 6 people. Of course, the cow has to be bought, and it has to be provided with a shelter, and water has to be provided, water tanks have to be provided, and they need utensils to wash the cow and so on. But anyway, they can survive. So we are very happy. I'm very happy to meet you through this video, and I long to come to your country again. I hope God opens doors again very quickly. I hope God will surely do this very quickly. Praying that God will bless you, your nation, and the churches there, and also the saints there, and make them a great blessing to the nations of this world. I do know there's a lot of things going on in your nation also, in the churches, and that God is blessing and encouraging and reviving churches there. I hear stories from our co-worker Sylwka, who's there in Poland. I do pray that God will do mighty things amongst you, even during Christmas and New Year's season, that God will give you His peace that surpasses all understanding in the families, that God will protect you from all economic problems and downturns, which are quite normal in every nation right now. Please pray for our nation of India, and also for the believers and for the pastors and leaders in this nation. Please keep us in your prayers, and we are so thankful for your prayers and for your continuous support. God bless you. God bless you. Wishing you a very happy Christmas and a very, very blessed 2021. See you soon. God bless you.